TWC's community channel hopes you enjoy.
It's High School Football 94. Brought to you by TWC. Tonight, the Bishop Moore Hornets take on the Cypress Creek Black Bears. The student body here at Cypress Creek High School welcome their opponents with the moniker "Welcome to the Woods." And that's exactly what they do tonight as they welcome the Hornets of Bishop Moore High School. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tom Morgan, and welcome to the TWC High School Football 94 Game of the Week. And tonight, Cypress Creek and Bishop Moore both go out of their districts to play this football game. Bishop Moore looking for their first win of the year. Cypress Creek, boy, what a start for this young football program, this young school. Only in its third season, they've already made the playoffs. In 1992, this school won one game. In 1993, they went to 5-6 and took advantage of the new playoff rules, was the runner-up of the district and made the playoffs. And sky's the limit, I guess, for 1994. They're off to a good start at 1-1, and the talk here at Cypress Creek is about this outstanding defensive football unit they have. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Brent Muncie. And Muntz, this defensive football team is outstanding. Last week, they shut out Dr. Phillips, gave up only 70 yards total offense. And it's that defensive line that's outstanding, led by Jeff Matthews.
That's right. Matthews is a big leader for this defense. He's 6'2", 248 pounds. He's on Buckhalter's top 125 in the state. Very exciting. He moves the football well and needs to have a big game for him tonight.
Okay, offensively, they've got a guy that college scouts are just drooling over.
That's right. Latrell Brown, guys, on paper is fantastic. He's 6'3", 175 pounds, 4'5" in a combine at Miami. Very exciting. They need to get him the football tonight.
Okay, Bishop Moore, as we said, looking for their first victory of the season. Now, so many times this school goes out of its classification, moves up to play a really tough opponent. They're not afraid to play tough opponents. Just ask Boone High School, who really got a good game from them. And as a matter of fact, Coach Ziegler really respects his football program a lot.
That's right. I had a chance to go visit at Bishop Moore this week, and Coach Bernhardt is very excited about his young team. You know, it's his first-year program, and you know, he couldn't ask for anything better. He said Dan Teston, the defensive captain, needs to have a big game tonight. He's 6'2", 215 pounds. Kind of reminds you of a Jack Lambert. You know, the team might look like the Steelers. This guy might remind you of Jack Lambert.
And offensively, what about this Bishop Moore team?
Well, they come out with an option attack. Bert, the quarterback, keeps it alive, but when he pitches it, it goes to Aaron Church. He's very exciting. 6 foot, 200-pound running back, and hard-nosed and runs straight ahead at you.
Okay, we'll be back with the starting lineup and the kickoff of tonight's game in just a moment on TWC.
Get off the couch, turn off the tube, blow the dust off the barbecue, turn up the heat, break out the buns, we're going outside, gonna have some fun, and Dixie's going all out, gonna save you more, going all out for the great outdoors. We've got everything that you're looking for, going all out for the great outdoors.
There are some people who are idols. Idols encourage people to be like them. Heroes encourage people to be more of themselves. Arthur Ashe never asked anybody to imitate him. He was always about the business of encouraging people to be more of themselves.
A special event from HBO Sports. Arthur Ashe, citizen of the world.
Tom Morgan and Brett Muncie as we welcome you to the start of tonight's game between Bishop Moore and Cypress Creek. The first quarter of tonight's action is brought to you by World Chevy Geo, 1 mile north of the airport on 436. Cypress Creek won the toss. They defer to the second half. And so Bishop Moore will take the kick of Freddie Wazewski. The first point after touchdown for Cypress Creek in their history took place September 11th, 2 years ago, against St. Cloud, and he'll get ready to kick off. He is one of the outstanding kickers in the state of Florida. We've got some outstanding talent in this football game, Brent, tonight.
Yeah, Tom, as we mentioned, 2 of them in the top 125 in Buckhalter's preseason picks. College coaches will be loved to watch this film at the end of the year.
Jared Houghton is the deep back. And Justin Katzer is also back there deep. Bishop Moore 0-2 on the season. Cypress Creek trying to move their record to 2-1, coming off an emotional victory over Dr. Phillips High School. We'll tell you why it was such an important victory for this program as we get ready to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Glad to have you with us tonight on the Game of the Week. This will be my first opportunity to see both schools in the 4 years that we've been doing this game. And Wazuski is ready to go, and we are underway here at Cypress Creek High School, deep in the woods in South Orange County. And this is Houghton right up the middle, and he gets a good return to the 35-yard line, straight up the middle. And handling the sidelines for us tonight is our broadcast partner, Mike Hines. Let's check with Mike right now. Mike?
The rain stopped about a half hour ago, but as you can see, there's still plenty of water on the ground. The field itself is in pretty good shape. Both teams are going to be tested when they get into the red zone. From the 20-yard line into both end zones, field gets real sloppy. It's going to be interesting to see which one of these teams can handle these conditions the best.
Aaron Bird runs that option offense for Bishop Moore. That was a 30-yard return for Houghton, and it's 1st and 10. And the give inside gets a couple of yards to the 38-yard line, maybe a 37-yard line. It'll be second down as we take a look at the Bishop Moore offensive line. Offont, Loeffner, Lecterra, Robert, and Geelan. As we go to 2nd down and 8, as we already are seeing a no-huddle offense by Bishop Moore, trying to catch this Cypress Creek defense, an outstanding defensive unit. The give inside is to fit the big back as he carries over the 45-yard line. Pat O'Brien, the fullback, and that will be to the 45-yard line. Aaron Bird, the outstanding option quarterback. Church and O'Brien behind him. The receivers are Darcell, Teakin, and Warsham, who plays tight end. Number 18, Aaron Bird. He averages 6.9 yards every time he carries the football, so he's a dangerous guy that the Cypress Creek defenders will be keeping an eye on tonight. There's the handoff, straight handoff again, a few yards up to the 50-yard line. And they're just running up the middle on Cypress Creek.
Oh, you got to love that. Coach Bernhardt has to love that in his young offensive line.
Kirsten Martinez, Matthews, Bennett, and Jerniak, the outstanding junior defensive end. Linebackers Lopez and Otero for Cypress Creek. And in the secondary, Latrell Brown, Chuck Matlack, Derek Lowell, and Pat Lanahan. It is 2nd down. And about 6 to go. Bishop Moore looking very good in this drive. And again, another carry by the fullback. But only for a yard gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Tom, he'll do this until they can stop it. This is just a belly off the option. Give it to O'Brien, the fullback, and getting 4 or 5 yards of carry. They're going to have to stop it before he'll change his offense.
You know, one of the problems you have against this kind of defense, very quick, is the fact that if you try to run sweeps against them, they'll run you down. So they're trying to use their offensive line here and move the interior lineman. First carry of the night, and there you see the elusiveness of the quarterback, Aaron Bird, as he gets a big pickup to the Cypress Creek 38-yard line.
Tom, when I talked to Coach Bernhardt before the game, I asked him about this Bert, the quarterback, and he said loves to keep the football and take the game into his own hands. He's only a junior, gutsy kid. 4th quarter, he wants him to have it. And as you see, he keeps it there for a nice gain.
Boy, that was a good one. 12 yards on the pickup. He has over 300 yards in total offense. A balance between passing and throwing. And there's that belly run up the middle. It's stopped this time by Cypress Creek. I don't believe any gain on that play. The tackle made on the inside by Brian Ortero, the linebacker.
Tom, that looked like the defense we talked about in the pregame. It looked like they were slanting to the weak side and stood up the belly.
Big Jeff Matthews on your screen there, number 72, anchors this defensive line. It is 2nd down and 10. Movement in the Bishop Moore offense, and we're going to get a flag. It looked like the left tackle, Pablo Afat, moved, and that's exactly the call. There's the move.
Dead ball. Ball start on the offense. Still 2nd down.
You get
It'll be 2nd down and long yardage.
Excuse me, Tom. You get in big games like this, sometimes you want to get started a little bit too quick. You can't afford to do that, especially not this early in the football game.
Well, the Hornet offense has looked impressive so far. It is 2nd down. They get a long way to go, and they'll throw for the first time, and there's the problem you run into when you try to throw the football. This team, 3 of their linemen between them have 16 sacks. It's sack number 17, and for Jeff Matthews, sack number 4.
I tell you, that stuff. Took 5 steps, turns around, and he's got a big offensive or defensive lineman in his face. Great tackle there. Had no chance to get rid of that football.
Emotional victory last week. They shut out Dr. Phillips. That was an 8-yard loss, and so 3rd down for the Hornets. They have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the bottom of your screen, 1 back behind the quarterback, Aaron Bird. He slips a little bit, now throws to the outside. It's complete at the Cypress Creek 45-yard line. Out of the backfield comes Aaron Church. Yeah, it's going to be way short of a first down.
Tom, when it's 3rd and 20, it's tough to throw the ball. Everybody knows you're going to do it. The defensive backs back up a little bit, and it's tough to get a first down. He just got a gain of 8 or 9 yards there, and they're going to have to punt the football.
An electrifying return man we're going to see right now, Latrell Brown, who's had so far this year a 74-yard run, and this time he's not even going to bother with his punt. It falls short and is down at the 15-yard line. So that's where Cypress Creek will move the football, 1st and 10. Cypress Creek with an outstanding defense, but they have struggled offensively. As we take a look at the Cypress Creek's offensive set, Pertita, Wood, Hutchison, Toro, and Neal up front. Morley's the quarterback. Lawrence and Venable behind him in the running back position. And Gray, Elenoff, and Snow are the wide receivers, and sometimes you will see Latrell Brown. 1st and 10. Quarterback Scott Morley. 9 of 34 coming into this game for 161 yards. Man in motion. They pitch it out, and Bishop Moore is going to stop this cold. Matter of fact, there'll be a 1-yard loss. The running back, Stan Venable, can't get outside. Great defensive effort by the Hornets.
That's right. Credit the defensive end of the Hornets. Bishop Moore, Cypress Creek missed the block on the end there, and he's able to get out and turn up the play inside, and that enables the linebackers and everybody else to come over and make the play. Great defensive play.
That'll be 2nd and 11. Cypress Creek, an outstanding running football team last year, but they had a great offensive line. Dana Valenti, the big offensive lineman who went to Florida State, first Division I prospect for this school. They lost a lot of people, and they're trying to revamp that offensive line. Right now we have a water break, the mandatory water break early in the season. It is very humid here at Cypress Creek High School as we take a look at the defensive lineup now for Bishop Moore. Kroll, Taylor, Rezout, and Schiffer on the defensive front. Diaz, O'Brien, Teston, and Sarsha, the linebackers. Katzer, Profito, and Houghton are the defensive backs. A man in motion. Morley wants to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. That was Derek Lyle who almost picked it off.
Guys, they send a tailback in motion and trying to hit the slant end by the split end here. Looked like cover 2 by Bishop Moore, and great play. They couldn't allow the receiver there to catch the football. Nice defensive play there.
That was Dave Kennison, for Bishop Moore on that near interception. Cypress Creek last week self-destructed inside the red zone with a couple of fumbles. 3rd down, 11. Morley drops back, wants to throw to this outside. He's got a man open. It's complete. Corey Gray with the completion and the first down.
We're going to split. They're going to split the receivers out to the far side, strong side. Going to run Corey Brown on the out here. Nice throw here and great catch. Picks up the first down. Great play. Looks nice.
Corey Gray with a 22-yard pass reception and a first down for Cypress Creek. There you see him. Corey Gray. Wide to the bottom of your screen. Power I for Cypress Creek. 1st and 10 at their own 37. They give inside to Venable, and Venable gets a good chunk of yardage to the 43-yard line. Stan Venable.
Here's the big offensive line, averaging over 235 pounds. Probably a mismatch on the offensive line against Bishop Moore's smaller defensive front. And Venable, nice run there and picks up 5 yards.
Boy, you saw a beautiful kick-out block that time by the guard, John Toro, who pulled and sealed off a defender, and that opened up the hole for Stan Venable. 2nd down. Delay to Venable, gets a hole, gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. He is going to be close to a first down, maybe a yard shy. So both teams are using that inside running game. Very difficult to run outside tonight because of the footing, the wet condition. Very soggy field.
Right. Both coaches said they want to establish a power football game tonight, and that's what they've started out doing. Last play, great job by Dennis Prohl of Bishop Moore turning the ball inside. The guy wanted to kick it out. It looked like the linebackers have to fill for Bishop Moore to make that, make it a stop of 3 or 4 yards.
Raymond Miller heads our officials crew tonight as a measure, and it was closer than it looked. They're just going to be inches away from a first down. So it'll be 3rd down and inches. From the Cypress Creek 47-yard line. Cypress Creek beat Dr. Phillips last week 10-0. When they started this program, they drew from Dr. Phillips and Oak Ridge high schools, and so when they play Dr. Phillips, it's almost like Old Homes Week.
Pretty much stopped their offense. Held them 70 yards or 80 yards total.
70 yards total, 13, I believe, on the ground. It's 3rd down, and the quarterback will call his own number, and Morley, right over his center, gets across midfield into Bishop Moore territory, and it's a first down. 3:55 left in the first quarter. If you just joined us, no score.
Here's Coach London running right behind his big offensive line, giving to Morley a first down. All he needed is an inch. Great call there.
John Toro, not very tall, but he is built 6 feet, 280 pounds. There you see him, number 77, the right guard. 1st and 10 for the Black Bears. From the Bishop Moore 49. Quick pass, complete, over the middle, pops out, there's a fumble. Who's got it? I believe Bishop Moore has it. As they unpile, it looks like there's a Bishop Moore player underneath that pile. And it is Bishop Moore football. Big number 73 comes off the pile, Adam Calistri.
Here's Morley, 3-step drop, hits Gray on the slant end, and defensive back or linebacker comes here and makes a big lick on Gray, causing a fumble, and Bishop Moore gets the football. This is a big break for him early in the football game.
Pat O'Brien with a hit. They didn't get him the first time. The second pop knocked that football out, and I was talking with you guys before the game, and I said 5 fumbles in this football game tonight, and that's fumble number 1. So Bishop Moore gets it back. Good field position at their own 41-yard line. They will pitch it. And going to the outside is Jared Houghton, and not a lot of running room over there. Excuse me, that's Aaron Church with the pitch out. Big number 33.
We talked about Church in the pregame. I asked Coach Bernhardt I said, can you describe him a little bit? He said John Riggins type of style. Just pitch it to him. He's coming straight at you. Doesn't have a lot of quickness, but really pounds at you and get down. In the fourth quarter, he really wears on you.
No nonsense type of runner, and once he gets momentum, you don't want to get in his way. That's the way Riggins was anyway. 45-yard line they go. They will hand it off. Trying to sweep right and not going to make it outside as Latrell Brown came up to meet him. One of the things that Bishop Moore has to deal with game by game is the team speed of their opponents. Not a very fast team. And here's the handoff again.
Well, we talked about Mr. Brown in the pregame on offense. Well, here's why he's one of the top 25 in the state. He comes over on the defensive side of the ball and makes a key play on the big second down play.
All right, they've run church the first 2 running plays in this series. It's third down, and now they'll throw. It is going a flare pass to the outside to Dan Teston, and he is met right away by Corey Gray. Make that Latrell Brown, and that will bring up fourth down. They tried a flare pattern to the outside, and Brown was right there.
Very smart play by Brown. Knew how far he could give the receiver before the first down. Here you see it on the out pattern. Good throw and catch, but Brown once again knew how far he could give and made the play just in front of the first down.
Joe Perfido will punt it away. Brown fields it off the ground. Brown gets a nice block and then is stopped at his own 23-yard line, and now we have a flag, so we may get a call blocking behind the back against the Black Bears. That was a 35-yard punt by Perfido. A short return for Latrell Brown. Raymond Miller is our official.
No, during the run, right? During the run. Okay.
He's dropping on the official right here as they
from?
talk over the penalty.
Go back to where he is.
And they will mark the football back.
Distance.
Half the distance to the goal line, as you can hear Raymond Miller. Back to the 12-yard line. So that hurts. And so Cypress Creek deep in their own territory. First and 10. 1:16 left, first quarter. Your World Chevy Geo first quarter here on the High School Football 94 Game of the Week. Glad you could join us. I'm Tom Morgan along with Brent Muncie. First and 10, we have no score. Scott Morley is the quarterback for Cypress Creek. He will give inside to Venable. Venable just powering his way across the 10-yard line. And we'll get to about the 12.
Once again, taking advantage of the big offensive line. I would stick with that until they can stop it. He's kind of wound down when he's thrown the football. Stay with your running game, establish it, get out of bad field position, which they've had all this quarter, and try to get some points on the board.
Well, the Black Bears have not had a lot of success throwing the football this year. Trying to establish that running game that was so successful for them last year. They have a man in motion. Short drop by Morley. He fires in between two would-be receivers, incomplete. I'm not real sure who he was trying to hit that time.
Well, when you see two receivers that close together, something went wrong. Looked like they were trying to run either an out pattern or a hitch, and one of the receivers just ran the wrong route.
Well, Adam Snow, one of the guys out on the route, he comes out of the game now. So we see some of the folks from the Naval Station out to watch tonight's game. Third down and 6. Just 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Second down. Short drop for Morley. He wants to throw it high. Alley-oop pass complete to Brown in the open field. Latrell Brown gets to the 33-yard line. He threw that up for grabs and said, Latrell, you got the height. You got the moves. You go up and get it.
And, Tom, he's got the ability. That's what they were counting on there. They were in cover 2. They throw the fade route up in the air. He goes up and gets it. But Latrell run north-south, not east-west. He runs over towards the west here coming at us and probably loses 4 or 5 yards. Coach might get on him for that, but a great play by Cypress Creek.
Well, that ball looked like it hit a trade wind, a 22-yard reception for Latrell Brown. And that will do it for the first quarter. There is no score between Cypress Creek and Bishop Moore. We'll be back with second quarter action after this timeout on TWC.
Hi, I'm Clarence Kears. World Chevrolet Geo is having a giant summer sale down. The 95s are already coming in, our 94s are reduced, and the demonstrators are slashed. Like this new 1995 Monte Carlo for $16,995, or this 94 Prism for $179 a month. Bring $400 in and drive it out. No gimmicks, no add-ons. We have over 700 vehicles in stock, so come to World Chevrolet's giant summer sale down. That's 1 mile north of the airport on Highway 436.
The Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Touchdown, Evan Smith!
Yes, question?
Jimmy, you've won your second straight Super Bowl. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to HBO's Inside the NFL.
Jimmy Johnson joins HBO's Inside the NFL.
You guys know a good barber in town. Second quarter of tonight's matchup is sponsored by Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket. Welcome back. For Cypress Creek, it is first down from their own 32-yard line. They will pitch it wide to Venable. Wendell, and he's not going to be able to move it up. Look at that pursuit by the Hornets, led by Mark Sarsha. Nice play by the linebackers coming up.
Tom, I can't credit Prohl enough, the defensive end for Bishop Moore. Once again, steps outside, doesn't let anybody get outside him, makes the running back cut up field, and that enables the linebackers to make the play.
It'll be second down from their own 32-yard line. Very short gain for Venable on the sweep. Sweeps are going to be very difficult tonight with the footing. Scott Morley, who just completed that 22-yard pass to Brown to get them out of deep trouble. Morley, oh, he's sacked. He didn't have a chance. Blowing in from his left defensive end position was Brian Schiffer.
Woo! Where did he come from? Schiffer, I don't think he was touched. He turns around, three-step drop. This is a quick pass. The linemen are supposed to cut block. Go down and cut them so everybody will be low. Hit the slant in, it looked like, but Schiffer was there before he could turn around.
Somebody forgot to cut Schiffer. -5 on that play. And it'll be third down and about 15 to go. Scott Morley. Make it 3rd and 16 now. Morley, short drop, nice handoff on the draw. Venable won't get the first down, though, as he's cut down at the 35-yard line. That draw had possibilities, but good pursuit by Bishop Moore, and that sends Cypress Creek into a punting situation.
Tom, I like the call there. Bishop Moore rolled back their defensive backs, kind of sitting back. Knew they had 15 yards to give. They run the sprint draw there, and Venable made a great play. Almost got the first down, break a couple tackles there.
All right, they are sending back Freddie Waziski, their all-purpose kicker punter. Aaron Church will be the deep back. Back at his own 22-yard line. Waziski gets it off. Venable is just going to let it go. Aaron Church, rather, will let it go, and it'll be down by Cypress Creek at the Bishop Moore 28-yard line. Let's look at the first quarter stats. Cypress Creek dominating on offense.
Pretty even. 71 total yards by Cypress Creek, 32 by Bishop Moore. Not a lot of excitement. A couple big fade passes there for Cypress Creek. One to Latrell Brown, probably made up the majority of the yards. But Bishop Moore, you couldn't ask for much better first quarter. They kept them deep in their own territory, and it's still 0-0, but I think both teams will come out of that this quarter.
Cypress Creek so dominant against the run last week, only 13 yards rushing from Dr. Phillips, and tonight already in the first quarter, 25 yards rushing for Bishop Moore. As we have an official's timeout on the field,
You all right? Good, good. We're all right. All right, listen. Go 2-6. Don't go 2-6. Let's get
While we have a break, let's salute
see what they're going to do.
Cypress Creek High School.
Run the option at you, okay? Corners, keep the cuff, squeeze your block.
Cypress Creek High School began its third year of existence in 1994. Located in southeast Orange County on the Old Dixie Highway, the campus encompasses 97 acres surrounded by cypress trees. Cypress Creek High School houses 120 classrooms, a computer network, closed-circuit television, specialized vocational centers, an agriculture complex, a performing arts center, and complete athletic facilities. The curriculum is designed around the latest technology with emphasis on pairing students to enter the workforce in the year 2000.
Boy, Brett Mussey, this place is like an oasis, right in the middle of nowhere here deep in South Orange County. This is a beautiful facility at Cypress Creek. It is first down. Venable takes the pitch, and he is stopped at the 29-yard line, just about back to the original line of scrimmage. There's no room as this Cypress Creek defense, rather. Mike Kirsten, the defensive end, in on the tackle that time. Aaron Burt, number 18. Can hurt you with the pass and with the option run. Going to be very difficult to run that option tonight with the footing. And he's back to throw. Being flushed out of the pocket. Kirsten battles a blocker and then is just taken care of on a booming tackle by Terrell Cherniak. Boy, can he close on a player.
Great defensive play. It looked like the waggle here, trying to hit an out pattern towards us. Just had no time. Time he got back there and took his 5-step drop, came in, make a play. Defensive linemen were in his face.
Cherniak finishes him off, and it'll be third down. Wait a minute, we got a waving off a flat. Well, calling a second down. Let's see what this is all about. I guess we won't find out. Raymond Miller, the official tonight. Oh, okay, they changed the marker now. It is third down as we thought. The ball is on the 21-yard line, and look out. Aaron Burt had no chance. There's Cherniak again, an outstanding junior defensive end.
This should not happen, guys. This is a 3-step drop, and Cherniak is in there before he can set up to throw the football. Someone either just didn't block or there was some kind of miscommunication there, but a great play by Cherniak.
Fourth down, 8:12 left in a scoreless game. Second quarter at Cypress Creek. Back for the punt is Latrell Brown at his 45. Perfido with the punt. It's a grounder, and it'll be down at the 35-yard line. That's where the Black Bears will take it over.
Tom, I think they're going to say it hit his foot at the 45. It looked like one of the players for Bishop Moore was down there early. Punt hit him in the foot. They're going to mark it at the 45-yard line.
Good punt by Perfido. 44 yards on that boot. And so the teams have been working in the middle. They've been trying to throw with some success. They had the 22-yard completion for Cypress Creek. But no one has dented the scoreboard as yet. 7:54 left in the first half. Don't forget, we'll have the bands from the schools performing at halftime. Scott Morley. First and 10. Inside handoff, nothing doing. Boy, this Bishop Moore defense has been just as outstanding as Cypress Creek tonight.
Yeah, we didn't mention much about Bishop Moore in the pregame, but doing a great job. It looked like the fullback there just went the wrong way. They pulled the offensive lineman to the left towards us, and he looked like he cut back right. I don't know. He might have just missed his hole.
Andy Taylor made the tackle for Bishop Moore. Brian Lawrence maybe got a half a foot. Not much at all. Second down. Man in motion coming this way is Snow. Short drop. Wants to throw to the outside. He's got Snow. The man in motion. And is knocked out of bounds at the Cypress Creek 48-yard line. Mark Sarsha with the tackle.
Tom, I like the way Morley throws the football. He takes steps back, sets up nicely. Nice follow through. Tight spiral on the football and hits Snow on this out pattern. Looks great, and only 11th grader. Nice size, 6 foot 170. Very impressive.
That was a nice spiral. It is 3rd down now. 3rd down and 4. Power I backfield. Marley, hands off, and that is going to be, I think, short of a first down. It is going to be 4th down and about a yard to go for a first down. Just short on that running play.
That was Mr. Prohl on the tackle again. I'd say he's probably got 4 or 5 tackles thus far. It's only 2nd quarter.
Well, you're in good field position right now, and with this defense, you can risk a 4th down play, and that's exactly what they'll do. Ryan Lawrence in the backfield, along with Andre Corbin, and they will run up the middle, and they might have to measure this one. That was Scott Morley on the quarterback sneak.
They went with the keeper again. Don't blame them, right behind the big line there. And there comes the linebacker coming in for a big hit there. Almost stopped him for a loss, but look at Morley fight to get that extra yard there for the first down.
The extra effort by Morley gets the first down. Boy, you're right. He kept those legs turning. Well, now I think Bishop Moore, someone is calling for a measurement, maybe the officials.
I think he got it by the nose of the football and that extra effort he had there. Only 11th grader. This kid's impressive. I like his heart.
By half of the football. 5:58 as these two teams. Very quick first half. While we have a water break, let's take a timeout. 5:58, scoreless game from Cypress Creek High School. We'll be back with more on TWC after this.
If someone injures you in a traffic accident, you need the professional advice of an attorney to answer your questions and to help you receive the compensation you deserve. If you suffer injuries in a car accident, who will pay your medical bills? Lost wages? How can you collect for pain and suffering? If you've been injured in an automobile accident, call attorney Stephen A. Bagan for a free consultation concerning your legal rights. Call 1-800-348-2575.
For family excitement that can't be beat, check out pay-per-view in September. This silly sleuth's got everyone howling. He's Ace Ventura Pet Detective. America's craziest dream team is back. Major League 2. He's a chess champ, but he's also a kid, searching for Bobby Fischer. Growing up can be tough, but it's sure a lot of fun. My Girl 2. And don't miss the slam-sational action of WCW Fall Brawl. It's a hit month of family entertainment on pay-per-view.
Morley, 4 out of 6 passing tonight, 59 yards. 1st and 10 at their own, at the Cypress Creek, 45-yard line. And this is running back Andre Corbin, and he's knocked backwards. And off the bottom of that pile, Mark Sarsha again.
Sarsha, great play in there. Stands up the center there, comes in, fights off his block, and then makes a tackle for a big loss. Great play there. That's a heck of a job.
Boy, he fought off Chris Pertita. That was a 4-yard loss.
Anytime you can ask one of these young high school kids to fight off a couple blockers and go in and make a tackle for a loss, that's great. You're getting a lot out of them.
2nd down at 14. Ball back at the Cypress Creek 49-yard line. Morley rolls left. He's being rushed. He'll be knocked down. Back at the 48-yard line. And that's Schiffer again. We'll look at it again.
Coming at us on the wide side of the field. He's kind of scrambling to his left, though. He's right-handed. Probably would rather throw to the, or scramble to the right side. Sets up, and that's when Bishop Moore's defense is in his face. Stops him for a loss. There were a couple guys open, though, on the out patterns.
2nd tackle for a loss for Schiffer tonight, showing outstanding speed from his defensive position, playing the right defensive end right now as Cypress Creek is looking at third down. And Morley doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to call a timeout with 4:18 left in the first half. And it's been all defense. All defense. Let's go down to our partner, Mike Hines now. Mike?
Ready? Last week, Bishop Moore had 255 yards rushing. Tonight, they have only 25 yards and almost 2 quarters of play. Cypress Creek's defense is being led by number 72, Jeff Matthews, who already has 1 sack tonight, and he's also one of the top prospects at defensive line in the country.
All right, Michael, that is an outstanding defensive unit. As you see, Jeff Matthews.
Hey, it's only 40 keys still.
We talked about him in the pregames. He's got great size, moves very well, good 40 time, major college prospect.
Well, he's got that a guy that is going to be the talk of the recruiting circles here next year, looks like, Terrell Jerniak, who has, what, 9 sacks so far in the first 2 games. 4:18 left. Third down and 16. Morley rolls right. Can't find anybody. He's going to be knocked down. Tried to get up to midfield. That's as far as he could get. Andy Taylor was among those in pursuit of Morley.
Well, they're rolling him to the right side, which he probably would rather do. But what Bishop Moore's doing, they're sending their linebackers late. Rather than sitting back in the curl zone, they're sending them in there and they're picking them up for losses. Big play there by Bishop Moore's defense.
Well, give credit to Mark Sarshu, the first hit on the quarterback that time. And he's had an outstanding first half. Wazowski will punt it away. A nice punt. This is Church, and what a hit as he slipped down. And the chin straps met Corey Gray and Church. What a collision.
We haven't talked much about Gray except for, in the split end, but guys, he comes down full speed, and Church looks like he wants to cut it back inside, loses footing a little bit, and about got his headgear knocked off. Great play by Gray.
Let's see if he's got a swelling there around his chin. Man alive.
Nice play there, young man.
The kicking game and turnovers could play a big part in this defensive struggle. 1st and 10 for Bishop Moore. They'll hand it off inside and get a couple of yards against that tough Cypress Creek defense.
We couldn't ask for anything more, Tom, I tell you. Maybe a little bit more scoring, but both teams are very evenly matched, it looks like, and you like to see that. Both are young programs and coaches are trying to establish it, and you'd like to see both teams win, but one of them has to lose. I think Bishop Moore can be happy thus far with their game plan.
Fake to Katzer, and that time the quarterback keeper, and he is buried in the backfield. As coming up to make that stop is Brian Ortero from his linebacker spot. Special thanks to the folks at Waco Scaffolding, as always, providing the scaffolding that you see right now below one of our fine technicians on the crew. An outside pattern goes to Ed Darcel. Just a quick hitter to the outside.
Burt just fakes the pitch sweep here. What they've been doing all night long, sets up his feet, throws the ball backfield, hits Darcel on a quick hitch, picks up the first down. Great play there.
Outstanding play on third down. And now, Aaron Burt drops back. Throws. He's got a man, one-handed catch out at the 30. How did he hold on to the football? That was the big tight end that time, Nick Warsham, who made the grab. Now, Bishop Moore with their passing attack, moving the football.
Warsham's just running and out here, and this is a fantastic catch, especially with the wet field and everything. You know the ball's slick. He's not wearing any Newman gloves, tackified. This is just hands-on, catches the football, and nice pickup. Not a lot of yards, but great individual effort.
Tremendous protection, too, for the quarterback, Aaron Burt. We have a timeout on the field as the trainers come out to bring some refreshment to the players on a very muggy night. There you see one of the members of the Cypress Creek Band that will perform at halftime, so don't go away. We got a great halftime show, as always. We'll be back with more of our football game in a moment on TWC.
If you're selling a home or an investment property, we've got great news. It's the Home Sellers Solution, a referral service that puts you in touch with the top producing real estate agents in your area at no cost or obligation.
Last fall, we decided that we should sell our home, knowing that many other homes in our neighborhood were for sale also. Some had been on the market for over a year.
We called the Home Seller Solution, and the agent that they found for us had our home sold in just 4 days. It's simply a terrific service.
No cost or obligation, so call now for your Home Seller Solution.
Waco Scaffolding and Equipment Company, family owned and operated in Orlando for 28 years. Known for quality and service, Waco offers a complete line of scaffolding and shoring equipment. Waco delivers throughout and services the entire state, employing a full-time engineer as well as a complete assembly crew to better meet customer scaffold needs. With a complete line of construction scaffolding, Waco uniquely offers showroom clean staging for convention and production work. Waco, supporting Central Florida.
Just 1:29 left. Bishop Moore trying to dent the scoreboard. No one has been able to do it so far. And here is Burt on the carry. Couldn't find anybody open. This turned it up the field to the 36.
Well, Burt's the leading rusher on this football team with 151 coming into the game, 3 touchdowns. He couldn't see anybody, turns up, uses athletic ability, and picks up 5 or 6 yards.
Man, how'd you like to see that group coming at you in Halloween, huh? 3rd down. Burt fumbles the football. Who's got it? It's Cypress Creek's football.
Oh, that's a killer right there. Down in your own field position. You got something, you're establishing yourself before half, and it looked like he just pulled out of the center a little bit too early. The wet ball probably had a lot to do with it, and then Cypress Creek was lucky enough to fall on the football and got a chance to score here with only 57 seconds left before half.
Lopez with the recovery. It looked like Cancer was supposed to get the handoff, but Burt couldn't get it to him. There you see the man of the hour defensively. 1st and 10. Great opportunity for Cypress Creek, but time is running out. They'll pitch it out to Venable, and Venable is stopped. Look at that. 4 tacklers from Bishop Moore. Justin Katzer is over there. Also Pat O'Brien. And I tell you what, everybody's been talking about the Cypress Creek defense. I am really impressed with this outfit for Bishop Moore tonight. They've been outstanding.
They have. They've stopped the pitch sweep, which that was. Perot has had a fantastic game. Guys, if you want to watch a defensive end do his job, watch Perot. He's getting outside 2 or 3 blocks. Even the receivers coming down and trying to cut him. He's pushing off that guy and turning the ball back inside, enable the linebackers and the cornerbacks to get up and make the play.
Timeout on the field with 31.7 seconds left. Cypress Creek at the 27-yard line of Bishop Moore. No score. We haven't even had a taste of a threat in this game offensively.
Well, both have established themselves up the middle. Cypress Creek started out throwing the ball a little bit. Where's Mr. Brown? We haven't seen him back. 31 seconds here. Why not throw him out on the wide side here and maybe throw the fade to him?
It reminds me, Dave Langdon here, reminds me of what Tom Carlson did at Dr. Phillips right off the bat. From the shotgun, it is 2nd down for the Bears. Morley wants to throw. He throws down the middle. It's caught by Gray. Gray might score, and he does. And there's that big play you were talking about.
Well, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Gray. I mentioned Brown. Well, Mr. Gray can do it also. They just do like a crossing route out here. Gray lines up on the outside. The flanker inside will cross, go to the outside. Gray goes inside, throws him on the quick slant or post, whatever you want to call it there, breaks a tackle, and a great play there. Nice job, Mr. Gray.
Good protection. Tight spiral on the pass.
He looks
Gray
impressive.
with the catch. And he just sprinted into the end zone. And so The turnover hurts Bishop Moore here late in the first half with 20 seconds left. Morley hits Gray on a 33-yard touchdown pass. And Cypress Creek has broken through here, and it's 6-0.
Well, you had your second turnover. You said 5. There was 2, I believe. That's our second fumble. The field's very wet out there, and I'm very impressed with how they're throwing the football with the ball being so wet and catching it.
They've had to get in a little bit of a groove here. They started out slowly, Morley and Burt, but throwing very well right now. Wazewski will try to make it 7-0. Setting up for the extra point.
Excuse me. Playing a little mind game there, making sure you're mentally into it.
Wazewski, who will go into the record book to scoring the first point after in Cypress Creek history, and he puts this one through. 19 seconds left in the first half. 7-0 is our score as Gray catches a 33-yard touchdown pass from Morley from the shotgun formation.
Morley's very impressive. 11th grader throwing the football great.
Panoramic view of the field here, home of the Black Bears. Let's take a look. It is worth seeing that touchdown again. Scott Morley.
Once again, Morley setting up in the 5-step drop. Guys, anytime you can ask a high school receiver to cut across that middle and avoid 4 or 5 guys and catch the football without getting hit, that's impressive. That's a guy with a lot of guts. I think I'd go to him more often. There you see him. Good-looking play.
Corey Gray, just the junior, 6'2", 190. You look at the Black Bear cheerleaders. 7-0. That's the second touchdown catch of the year for Gray, by the way. But I tell you, Bishop Moore has nothing to be ashamed about in this first half. We could be going into halftime scoreless, but 7 points, you're still in the football game, and that's got to give them some encouragement.
That's right. You got to tell your team to keep your heads up. You know, that's going to happen. Turnover is going to happen. Keep your heads up. Come out the second half fired up and make things happen. Get back in the football game. 1 touchdown down is, you know, no big obstacle. Come back.
Hornets lost a tough one last week to Melbourne, 23-22, and now trying for their first victory of the season. Raymond Miller waiting to call play in. Don't forget, next week will be at Lake Highland High School as Lake Highland takes on Wymore. 2 top small school programs. Lake Highland, I understand, just got a lot of good talent this year. Wazewski still waiting on Raymond Miller. Don't know what he's waiting for. Not real sure what the delay is here.
We're looking up in the press box here.
Oh, come on. I mean, it's like you've never been on camera before. Everybody is brave until that camera comes on. And the red light. We're brave before the red light comes on. Then we fall apart. All right. Still not sure what the delay is. The clock remains at 19.3 seconds left in the first half. The official is pointing to something. He's been pointing for the last minute and a half. Are we ready? Yes, we are. Play is whistled in. Aaron Church, one of the deep men. Wazewski gets ready to boot it. Line drive kick. It is caught in midair by Houghton. Jared Houghton almost broke it. He does get to near midfield to the 48-yard line. Great return by Houghton. That's the second good kickoff return by that youngster. 2 plays, 33 yards. Of course, the big one, the touchdown pass to Gray.
Here's a return by Houghton. Great extra effort here towards the end here. Breaks a couple tackles. When I went and visited Bishop Moore this week, they worked on their special teams a lot. Spent a lot of time on technique. I think that's very important when you have a young program.
Well, we have another break, another timeout here with the 4.7 seconds left. We will get you to halftime, we promise. While we have a timeout on the field, let's take a break on TWC. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Clarence Kearse. World Chevrolet GO is having a giant summer sale down. The 95s are already coming in, our 94s are reduced, and the demonstrators are slashed. Like this new 1994 aluminum minivan, V6, power windows, door locks, front and rear air. What a great vacation vehicle. Or this new S-Series pickup truck for $88.69. That's a brand new truck, $88.69. We have over 700 vehicles in stock, so come to World Chevrolet's giant summer sale down. That's 1 mile north of the airport on Highway 436.
Official Raymond Miller getting ready to call play in. This will probably be the last play of the game unless Aaron Burt decides to throw the football. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. They trail 7-0, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Burt wants to throw down the middle. It is off the hands of a defender. Almost picked off. That was Engel Colin that time who almost picked it off. And the clock has run out, I believe. There's no time left, but wait a minute, Raymond Miller has not signified that it's a halftime yet, so we have one more play left in this first half. As that pass falls incomplete.
I guess you have to wait till the horn blows. 00 tells me half's over.
2nd and 10. Burt gonna run it now. To the 40, and that's where we will end the first half of action. It's been a defensive contest on a rain-soaked field here at Cypress Creek High School. The Black Bears lead the Hornets of Bishop Moore 7-0. Get ready for our halftime show with the bands of both schools ready to entertain you on TWC.